so funny. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, wait!
Hi-oh!
Oh, he waited too long.
I did wait too long. I didn't realize he was going to do that.
Yeah, I had to.
Tom's been dogging
Talking
him.
mad shit about the Buckeyes. Because I'm fed up with the bullshit. Like, it's all a money game now. I've known it. I've known it for a minute, but now I really see it. And I want to see them get beat, man.
I don't want to see him get beat. Like, I can acknowledge.
All right. Let's start the show.
We can start the show.
Here we go.
Hey, this is Joe and Tom from Drunken of the Sun.
Another Funky Funk Drunk episode coming to you courtesy of Drunken of the Sun. And then your life's work could have been ahead of you. Tom and Joe from Drunken of the Sun.
Join us every week on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Spotify.
Yeah. Podcast that's about anything and everything under the sun.
Check it out.
Joe's drunk.
Yeah, we both are fucking drunk.
Stop it. Hey, what up, y'all? This is Drunken of the Sun with Joe and Tom. And guess what? It's that time, that funky drunk shit. I'm coming at you with that Drunken Alive shit. Not live. Drunken of the Sun shit. I don't know why I said that.
There you go again.
I don't know. I just want to go live somehow. So, obviously, since the show's posted, the fucking, what was it? Tostitos Fruit Bowl?
Sugar Bowl,
Fruit Bowl, Numb Nut Bowl, whatever, has just finished.
it's concluded.
Ohio State versus Clemson. What was the final score?
48 to 20, 49-28.
49-28. So Ohio State beat Clemson by 3 fucking scores.
It was beautiful.
21. I don't think that's
beautiful.
I don't think that's impressive.
It was. They let them have that last one. When it got up to 28 points, they let them have
it. Nonetheless, with this outcome of this game, Ohio State goes into the next phase of the national championship bowl game bullshit. Because we all know college is rigged. It's all fucking bullshit.
It's not rigged.
It's all bullshit.
It's not rigged. I can admit what he just said. It's a money grab. It is. It is about
It's the only reason the Buckeyes are in this.
It is. Because, you know, back when Jim Tressel coached, I believe, there was a season where we fell in to the national champion title thing from being like number 4, and then a bunch of people lost, and then we fell in the team, and then we got our asses beat.
That was when they got beat by
it does feel like
Florida,
that in a way.
I think it's when they got beat up by Florida.
I think you're right. But it does feel reminiscent of that. Because
all I know is I have seen Ohio State go to more championship games and lose.
You're right.
You're right about that.
You're right about that. Because
it irritates me every time they go because a lot of times I feel like the NCAA wants them to go to get punished.
Punished? I think they want them to go for the money.
I think
it's all about the money.
Well, yeah, that's part of it. But at the same time, they got all these Buckeye fans paying. That's where the money comes in.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, I think the punishment is when they get down there and like, watch this shit. And then the Buckeyes get destroyed. Destroyed.
Right. They have been destroyed many times. I think the Buckeyes got it. Everybody doubted them last night with Clemson.
Everybody
doubted them.
I for one doubted them against Clemson, and I wanted Clemson to win. And the reason and I'm a Buckeyes fan. Everybody out there thinks I'm a Buckeyes hater, and then when I say I'm a fan, they're like, "You're not a true fan. You're rooting against them." No, I don't like favoritism. And what happened with how the Buckeyes got into this shit to begin with was favoritism. I don't give a fuck how you say it. In the rules, it states you have to have a certain amount of games to play. Not this year! You know why? Because it's either Northwestern and Indiana. And who the fuck wants to watch that?
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
But nonetheless, it doesn't change the fact that the Buckeyes did not play enough games to get in the game. And they did.
But they beat Indiana. That's where it's from, right there. If they wouldn't have beat Indiana, they wouldn't have won.
You know what? And I think if Indiana would have beat them, they still would have won.
You think so?
I think so.
Oh, because nobody wants to see Indiana. Even Indiana doesn't want to see Indiana.
Yeah. Indiana wants to see Indiana when they're playing basketball.
Yeah.
Not football.
No.
Okay, when you come to Ohio, and if you do not do, when you go, OH!
Oh!
And you don't do that, you're not from Ohio.
Exactly.
Now, you can do that in other states and get the same response as that.
Exactly.
Why is it that Ohio expands so much, do you think?
It's got to just be the school. It's got to be alumni from the school. Because it's such a good school that I feel like these people go out everywhere. And I think Buckeye fans are just everywhere. Because we're always looked at as kind of underdogs, like this season.
Not really. I don't think we're.
Sometimes we are.
I think we're more looked at as the school that people just love to hate.
We are.
Not that we're underdogs. We have a stellar team, and people still will shit on us.
Well, it's because of people like me. Fans are annoying. Ohio State fans are one of the most hated fans in the country.
Right next to Pittsburgh.
And I think that's it.
And Cleveland fans.
I think we're just annoying, but that's why we get out there. People know us because of our antics. All the OHing and the IOing. You know?
See, to me, that's just camaraderie when you do that. When you go OH and you hear someone
you
go
hear
IO, you're like, oh
yes!
shit, we're here.
Hell yeah!
You know?
That's
now, some people might say it's gang related. Maybe.
Maybe it is. Who knows?
But the gang is Ohio.
It is. Because when you live here, every Saturday during football season, everybody looks like this. Everybody.
Yeah, if it's not white, it's red.
The first time I watched them, it's probably under my most favorite coach. It would have to be Jim Tressel when they won in 2002, Fiesta Bowl over Florida. Oh my God, Jim Tressel had a lot of great players under him.
So when did they play Miami? When they beat them? Tressel won that.
Tressel won that.
That was a Tressel championship.
2002.
So they played Miami and won that.
Yeah, and that Tressel era is good. It was almost 10 years.
Tressel, I love Jim Tressel, but at the same time I hated him because Tressel was the dude.
Ball? Is that what you didn't like?
Yeah. The thing was Tressel would play conservative when he didn't need to be conservative.
Yeah.
And then he would play retarded when he needed to calm it the fuck down. You know, like seriously. Like when you're up 30 fucking scores, and he's like, nah, just run it. He's like, just fucking pass it, just fucking do whatever. You can do whatever. But then when he's down like 2 scores, he's like, bomb this shit. It's like everybody knows you're bombing it. Do something different.
I don't know, but I'd have to say he's my favorite coach. Urban's underneath of him still for me. I still like Jim Tressel. I liked him a lot.
mean,
he seemed like a good guy.
I think Tressel would be.
He got taken down by tattoos.
Tressel is probably my favorite too.
Yeah.
Like Stuart Cooper, I thought he was an idiot.
I thought he was an idiot too. He couldn't win the big game.
He couldn't win against Michigan.
Michigan, yeah.
When Urban Meyer came to Ohio State, I was like, yes! Yes! And then he didn't do shit.
He didn't. Yeah, he did. He won the first.
He won 1 championship.
Yeah.
But he'd been to like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And lost all of them but 1.
Well, he did.
I don't give a fuck. You can take me there all day long. You don't win? What's the point? So, in my eyes, when you get there after losing so many times, you're like, guess what's going to happen this year? We're going to win? Are you insane? You see what happened last 3 years?
It's not the Browns. They got new players. New players every time.
Browns, Buckeyes, whatever.
I don't know. I'm excited. I feel like this is back in 2014 when we lost Braxton Miller at the beginning of the season. JT Barrett comes in, tears up that season, gets hurt in Michigan. Then Cardell Jones wins the rest of them. And I think that's where we're at again. I think that's what we're at.
Fucking Cardell Jones. I have not heard that name in probably 2 years.
Yeah, probably, because I think he only played a season and a half.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Something like that.
All I know is...
He wasn't super great, in my opinion, but he plays for XFL now.
Not the NFL.
I mean, if they did it right.
Haskins just got cut from Washington.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, from the Washington Football Club. It sounds like a soccer team.
It does sound like a soccer team. He was pretty good. He was all right.
Well, he was pretty good.
He's no Justin Fields. Justin Fields tearing it up.
Yeah, but you know who I like? My favorite Buckeye quarterback.
Who's that?
Troy Smith.
Troy Smith? Well, he won the Heisman. You can't argue.
Troy Smith was a beast.
He was a fucking beast.
Until he got to the NFL.
And then he
didn't do shit. He played for the Ravens a couple years. He went to the Ravens a couple years.
Yeah.
And then, he went to Canada.
Yeah. He is one of my favorites.
But playing with the Buckeyes, he was a fucking animal.
Oh, he was an animal.
He was an animal.
That's why he won the Heisman. He was fucking amazing.
Yeah, he did win the Heisman.
He won the Heisman. He should have won it twice, in my opinion. But only Archie Griffin.
But didn't Eddie George win it twice too?
No, he won it once. He did win it.
I feel like there's two Ohio State players that did it.
Only one player ever.
And it's Archie Griffin.
But
I feel like there's another one that did it.
He's the only one. All the commercials are the only 2-time Heisman Trophy winner, Archie Griffin.
Yeah,
that's him.
Who didn't do shit in the NFL. So it just goes to show.
I think the Heisman's a curse.
I think it is too.
Because Carson Palmer won it. What'd he do?
He fell in the NFL. Yeah. Actually, not really.
He did pretty good.
He did pretty good. Yeah. Eddie George won it, and
he tore it up. He's why I'm such a big
Eddie George
fan.
is a beast.
He's amazing.
Eddie George was a beast.
He was, and that's at that time when he was playing Ohio State is when I got into Ohio State. And my dad would watch it, and I loved watching Eddie George. And Coach Cooper couldn't win.
That's when Cooper's there, yeah.
God.
Katzenmoyer was there.
Yeah,
that's when Big Cat was there. Katzenmoyer.
Yeah.
Craig Krenzel.
Krenzel was under Tressel.
Was he?
He came in. He might have came in with Coop, but they won the title. He won the title under Tressel.
Oh.
That was 2002.
I was thinking that was Eddie George's quarterback.
Nope.
So who the fuck was the quarterback with Eddie George?
I have no idea.
Because Eddie George was there when Terry Glenn was there, and fucking Terry Glenn was a badass receiver.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who the quarterback was. I only remember Eddie, but I know it was Craig Krenzel, and his running back was Maurice Claret.
Yeah,
was him, and he was a beast that year. Crazy.
Claret was bad as fuck, and then he went to prison.
Yeah,
fucking.
He was bad as fuck. He would have been right up there with Heisman candidate too. In my
I was
opinion.
at CRC when he went to CRC.
Oh yeah.
Except I never met him.
I
never seen him because when I was there, I was already there like a month and a half.
Yeah.
And then word got out that Maurice Claret was there, and I'm like, whoa, shit.
Was that when he had all the guns and shit in his car?
Mm-hmm.
That was wild. I think that was I don't know. I think he was already out of football by then.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was out
because something else happened and he had to leave the team and shit. But he was a big name back then.
Well, he was a beast, though.
He was a beast.
What his problem was Maurice Claret was he tore it the fuck up, and then he did the early draft thing, I believe. He did some shit like that, and then he went to fucking the Broncos or somewhere. I think he went to Broncos, and they ended up cutting him, and he was like, I don't know, man. That dude was.
He was a beast though.
He was
when
an
he played.
animal,
and it was fun watching him. But under Tressel, there were so many good people.
Gonzo. Gonzo was a beast.
Santonio Holmes.
Oh yeah, Santonio Holmes was a
Mike
beast.
Nugent.
Yeah, well, Mike Nugent. He played for Cincinnati as a clutch kicker forever. And then they cut him. They got rid of him, and he went to New England. His last couple years of pro football.
But he was amazing too. Like
he was
many big names: Nugent, Jenkins, Gamble, Claret, AJ Hawk.
AJ Hawk was a beast.
AJ Hawk,
the linebacker squad when AJ Hawk was there with Bobby Carpenter, AJ Hawk, fucking God, who was the other guy?
And Michael Jenkins played at that time too.
They had a lot of good players on defense then.
I think this new guy, I think Fields is going to win Heisman.
Do you think?
I think he is, or Sermon, the new running back, he might win. He's been tearing it up. Dude.
That's what I hear.
He broke Eddie George's single game record, and he broke the Rose Bowl's rushing record in one.
Really?
In the
one game?
It won the Rose Bowl game. He beat Eddie George's record and the Rose Bowl.
Well, that right there should be the fucking Heisman. Man.
But he's only played like a couple games. He came from Oklahoma. And then he was injured or something. He came over here, and now he's tearing it up because the running back that we had is injured or got COVID or something.
Huh.
I forget what his name was, but he's big, and I'm going to be not a true fan since I don't know his name. But
whatever.
But yeah.
I pulled up all these records of the Ohio State, like Michigan rivalry, and Cooper was the worst. He's like
it turned around with Tressel. Because they've
Turn around
dominated since Tressel.
Since then, yes.
Since Tressel came in, they've basically
Yeah,
won.
because Urban Meyer's dominator.
Yeah, they've only won like once or twice since Tressel became.
I think one of them was with Tressel, though.
I think
the other one was with Lou Fickle.
I think it was. I think you're right.
Other than that, because Urban Meyer, I think, was undefeated.
Yeah, he was undefeated. And now, how... I don't understand how they still have, up in Michigan, Harbaugh. Why the fuck is he still there?
They say they love him.
But why?
I don't know.
This was his worst season, and he just got extended to 2016.
Yeah.
2022. 2026, I thought.
Is it 26?
I thought it was 26.
I know it's a while.
Yeah. And this was his... He was 4-2 this season.
He ain't...
I mean, no, 2-4. Sorry.
But
2-4.
What kills me, he ain't beat the Buckeyes yet.
He's never beat the Buckeyes.
But what kills me even more was, in the pros, he went to a Super Bowl.
I know, right? What the fuck?
Like, how can you not do it at college level?
I know.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. It is wild. I don't know why he still has a job. I hear that in Michigan it's actually worse. The rivalries.
Michigan State.
Well,
Michigan State and Michigan, I heard, is worse
than Ohio,
up north than Ohio and Michigan.
Oh,
I've heard that in Ohio, it's worse. Like I've heard, like if you live in Michigan, you're more into the Michigan State versus the Michigan game than you are the Michigan versus Ohio State.
Huh.
Game.
I've heard the opposite. I've heard that I always felt that we were way more into it than Michigan, but here recently I heard that Michigan's more into it than us. So I don't know.
That's not what I've heard. But that was in the past. I heard this also.
Maybe it is.
So
maybe it's like a Browns complex. Like they've lost so many.
Maybe
this is bigger now,
maybe.
and they're more.
I mean, to me, it's not a rivalry.
It's not anymore.
I haven't seen it a rivalry.
Because, during our era, it's not been a rivalry.
It hasn't been. It's been a massacre.
Exactly.
Every fucking time.
Every time. The biggest one that we have right now would probably be maybe Wisconsin. It's a big one.
I'd say Wisconsin. I'd say Wisconsin and Michigan State. Michigan State fucking always puts up a fight against the Buckeyes.
Yeah.
And Michigan State has put losses against the Buckeyes.
You're right. And
especially during good teams. Because during some Tressel eras, he lost against Michigan State.
I think maybe even Troy Smith have lost. I don't know. We'll have to look it up. But I think
Troy Smith's playing against Juice Williams and them in Illinois.
Ooh.
Juice Williams, who was a motherfucker in Illinois, bro.
But anyways, I guess I really don't have much else to cover. But Ohio State's going to win the title. And we'll see that on January 8th. 11th. Not the 8th. January 11th.
They're not going to win the title. They're going to get their asses beat by Alabama.
They're going to roll that Tide right over.
I think you're complete opposite on this one. I think Alabama's going to roll Tide on that shit. And they're going to be like, why are you wearing red?
It's going to be just like Zeke Elliott destroying them in 2015. Oh, shit. But anyways.
This was German to the Sun, and this was Joe's rant on the Buckeyes.
I didn't get to rant too much. I could rant more.
Yeah, because I stuffed that shit.
Yeah.
I put him down like a linebacker puts a receiver down.
He was old.
I hit him so hard that the ball came out like a fumble. So this was German to the Sun, Ohio State,
I-O.
Join us again next week for some more funky drunk shit. Remember, like and subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, and all that shit. We're on Facebook as well. Check us out. Someday we might go live, someday we might not. Whatever. Hike! Thanks for tuning in to Drunk of the Sun. This is Joe and Tom.
Thanks for watching. Thanks to everybody. Like and subscribe.
Thank you all for subscribing and liking. From Drunk on the Sun, the podcast about everything and anything under the sun. So check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, and Instagram. We're posting new shit every week. See ya.